स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Bhagavad Gita. We will chant 2 verses from the meditation on Bhagavad Gita and then proceed to study the 2nd chapter. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathita Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We were looking into the meaning of the 21st verse of the 2nd chapter. Veda avinashinam nityam ya enam ajam avyayam katham sa purushaha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. So we shall chant this verse. Veda vinashinam nityam Veda vinashinam nityam ya enamajamavyayam ya enamajamavyayam Katham sa purushah partha Katham sa purushah partha Kam ghatayati hantikam Kam ghatayati hantikam. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, "O Arjuna, know that your Atman or yourself, it is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and undecaying. How can a person who knows this truth, Arjuna, can cause anyone to be killed? And also, whom can that person kill? Neither can that person kill anybody, or else he cannot make others to kill. So, when you know that you are the Atman, which is indestructible, birthless, and all those wonderful qualities, you cannot kill anybody, you cannot harm anybody. So that's why know your true self. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna in this fashion. See, what are the words used here? Veda avinashinam. Veda means know. Arjuna, know this truth, know this fact. Your Atman, yourself is avinashinam. So, when I was looking after the students in Bangalore, Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Mandiram, now one of the volunteers there was little by nature simple, or rather you can call him simpleton. So when there would be phone calls from the parents, there would be some students or the security person used to call, come answer the phone, and they would tell, we want to talk to this boy, the child, or this student. So they used to announce, loudly call the name. You have a phone, your mother or your father or your brother or your friend is calling you. So they will loudly announce the name and they will come and attend the phone. That was the practice. So this simpleton, this person started shouting, Sarvanash, Sarvanash, Sarvanash. Then I told, what kind of a name? No, Swamiji, the mother, his mother, she told me that her son's name is Sarvanash. So call my son Sarvanash. Told, the meaning of Sarvanash means, Nasha means destruction. Sarva means all, destroy everything. So how can a mother keep her child's name as, which is destroying everything, Sarvanash? That too she is trying to destroy her own child. How can that be? No, Swamiji. The mother told. Then I went and answered the phone myself and asked, Mother, whom do you want? What is the name of your son? She told, Swamiji, it is Avinash. So the son Avinash, he heard it as Sarvanash. Okay, even if he had heard, he could have thought a little. How can a mother name his son as all destruction? It cannot happen. So here, Avinash means which cannot be destroyed. See, people keep the name like this. So the Lord is Avinashi. The Atman which is present in you and you yourself is Avinashi, Avinash. So one or a person who knows this Atman, the self in all, to be indestructible, Avinashi, and changeless, without birth, and which is immutable, then you cannot destroy or kill or cause harm to anybody. Now, in the gospel, I came to know some of the thing. What is that? Ramakrishna is mentioning at some places. What is that? How can one expert musician or a dancer, suppose there is an expert dancer, let us hope, he cannot keep a wrong step. An expert musician, even if he wants to sing, tries to sing in a wrong note or wrong tuning, he cannot. Because he's an expert singer or he's an expert dancer, even if he wants to keep a wrong step, he cannot do that. Because he's an expert dancer. And by mistake, let us hope, he keeps a wrong step. That becomes a new step. That becomes a new trend. Just like I read it a long, long back. There was a very famous French actor, world popular actor, and you know, the whole Europe and everything will be looking at France because all the fashions, everything comes from there. It's very popular, even the language and everything. Now, this actor was walking on the street. There was rain and water. There was some slippery ground. She slipped and fell down. And she did not get hurt, but her cloth, the special cloth she was wearing, got torn. What did she do now? She can't go. She was a great actress. And she's world popular. People will be noticing her. So what did she do? She had a lot of money. So she just walked into a very special cloth center, then took a new cloth and changed the old one, threw it, wore the new cloth and came out and started walking again. So many people were observing this. Then that became a trend. She fell, that was natural, so the cloth got torn. But the other people who were watching her were so enamored with that actress or whatever. Now that became a new trend, a style. What is that? You'll be walking with some dress. Suddenly you will get some mood. You will go to the cloth, change your cloth and wear a new dress. That became a trend. Why? She fell down and torn her cloth. These people have not torn their cloth or anything problematic in their cloth, but still that became a trend. So when an expert cannot keep a wrong step, even by mistake, if he keep, that becomes a trend. So how can one, Master is telling, who is eternally perfect, be afraid of the world? He knows how to play his game. An eternally perfect soul can even lead a worldly life if he desires. After realizing God, even you go and marry 100 times, the world cannot touch you. Why? Because you have separated yourself from the world and you have realized the Atman. Once you have realized the Atman, nothing can touch you. Master tells you can go and marry even 1,000 times. Is any example? Yes, Lord Krishna. Now he went to the Sandipini ashram, his guru, and he did the yoga and other practices, and he realized he was a great Yogishvara. That he is the Paramatman, he is the Parabrahman. Now after that, how many marriage? He had the queen like Rukmini, then Satyabhama, Jambavati, and all important queens there. And other than that, you all know he had married 16,000 wives. But he was never tainted, or that world never touched him. Many people criticize that why should Krishna marry 16,000? That was not the reason. In many of the Krishna Janmashtami talks, I have taken up that idea. Why? Because there was one demon called Narakasura. He was the son of Bhudevi and Varaha. When the Lord took the avatara of the boar, wild boar, then Mother Earth took the form of a she-boar. So now they had children. So that was this Naraka. So after that, he became invincible. He got a boon from his mother that nobody can kill him other than his own mother. Will any mother kill the child? So it became invincible. Nobody could kill him. So he became a tyrant and he started troubling everybody. Then his hobby was kidnapping all the princes from different kingdom and jailing them in his jail, putting in his palace. So he had collected more than 16,000 princesses from different. kingdoms. Finally, it was the turn to kidnap one of the son of Lord Krishna. Then Krishna wanted to go to the war with him to bring back. But he knew the boon. He can simply destroy him, but you can't go and destroy the boon of Bhudevi. So he had to respect that. So now, out of his magnanimity, what did he do? He called his wife, that is Satyabhama, to accompany him to the war, this time as a charioteer. She was very happy to go with the husband. She was also a good warrior. So Satyabhama accompanied as a charioteer, running the chariot of Lord Krishna. Now, who is this Satyabhama? She was just like Lord Krishna was the avatar of Vishnu, Satyabhama, Rukmini was the avatar of Lakshmi, and Satyabhama was the avatar of Bhudevi, Mother Earth. So the war began. Now, deliberately, Krishna took one of the arrows of this Narakasura and he himself got hurt as if it was bleeding, as if he fell down unconscious. So seeing the condition of the husband, now Satyabhama got angry. She herself now came away from the place of the charioteer, took the burned arrow and started fighting with Narakasura. Now she is really the mother, the avatar of Bhudevi. Now she shot an arrow. That arrow went and hit Narakasura. Narakasura fell down. So then after that, Krishna, he was acting, feigning. So he woke up and saw, then he showed that in their earlier avatara as wild boar and Bhudevi, it was Narakasura, the son. Then she started feeling very guilty. What is this? I've killed my own son. But now nothing can be undone. So to give some boon to my son. Then Narakasura asked, so let people remember and light the lamp in my name. And what is that? If you, out of power, after attaining power, so much of uncontrolled power and position, if you misuse it, if you use it for dark purposes, then you will have to attain this destruction. So that message should go and everybody should remember me lighting the lamp. And that's why one of the reasons for celebrating Deepavali is this. It's called Naraka Chaturdashi. There are so many reasons for celebrating Deepavali. One of them is Naraka Chaturdashi. Balipadyami, Naraka Chaturdashi, so many are there. Naraka Chaturdashi is one of them. So now you can see here. Then after that, Krishna released all these 16,000 princes. Even now, in this age, Kali Yuga, where this society, free society for women, suppose somebody kidnaps this husband or somebody will look at that woman with the idea of doubt. That is the case in this age. During the time of Krishna, so everybody were not ready to accept these princesses. So Lord Krishna, out of compassion, he took them to the palace and gave them different houses and made them to live and gave a life to them. That's all. That is the reason he gave a life, because society was outcasting them. So Krishna gave them life. That's how he had these 16,000 wives. But he was not that he had the lust or something to enjoy the bodily pleasures. No, not at all. He is considered to be in the Ashtottara Shatanama, his name, Nitya Brahmacharane Namaha. Eternal Brahmachari is called. How could that be? Because he had identified with the Atman. Even if he had married, he was pure, he was spotless, he was blemishless. So likewise, after attaining Brahmagnana, after you realize, then you cannot do any mistakes. You cannot kill, you cannot destroy. That is the idea given here. So first, know yourself. Know your true self, the Atman. Then nothing can touch you. You can do no mistake. There are people who can fence with two swords, says Ramakrishna, at the same time. They are such expert fencers that if stone is thrown at them, the stone hit the sword and come back. In olden days, even now, they are the one who turn the sticks. They can turn it so fast. If arrows are shot at them, that can deflect the arrows. It is there still, that Kalaripayattu and other things, that martial arts are there in India by which they could do that. Likewise, Master is telling there are people who can fence with two swords at the same time. There are such expert fencers that if stone are thrown at them, the stone hits the sword and come back. Likewise, if you realize your true self, if you know, at least try to know, then all these difficulties, all the problems which are coming to us and troubling us cannot touch us. That is the idea. Now, Master is giving in the Gospel another example of some of the people who have realized God. He's telling about Narada Maharshi, but Narada and sages of his kind are like a huge log that not only can float across on the river, on the water and go to the other shore, but also they can carry many animals and other creatures as well. A steamship itself crosses the ocean and also carries people across. So if you realize, then not only you can carry across this difficult world, you can also carry and help other people to cross. So the Vijnani, the man of realization who has realized his Atman, Master is telling, is fearless and joyous. Master is telling, teachers like Narada, belonging to this class of Vijnanis who have realized the Atman, they were much more courageous than other rishis. They are like expert Shatranj players. Shatranj means olden day chess. So chess was invented from India. Then it took a different turn going to other countries. So that is called Shatranj. They are like expert Shatranj players. You must have noticed how the expert Shatranj player shouts as he throws the dice. What do I want? 6? No, 5. Here is 5. And every time he throws the dice, he gets the number he wants. He's such a clever player, and while playing, he even twirls his moustache. Master is telling. So, a mere person who has read or not realized person will tremble with fear. He is like an amateur Shatranj player. He is anxious to move his pieces somehow to the safety zone where they won't be overtaken by his opponent. But a realized soul, a Vijnani, isn't afraid of anything. He has realized both aspects of God, personal and impersonal. He has talked with God. He has enjoyed the bliss of God. So then where is the question of fear? So Master has told this idea of what Krishna is telling in a different perspective for the modern day. Now we shall go forward to see the still inner meaning of it, go to the depth and connect it to our life and make it more useful. So, now in the last class, I had used the term Nididhyasana. While explaining all these things, I had used one term called Nididhyasana. What is that? Now, until now, for many lives, maybe in our last life, we may be some animals or something, or after crossing 8.4 millions of animals' life or different life, we have come to this human life. So all these years, now in this life and other life, we have been claiming. What are we claiming? That we are this body alone. I am the body. It is a very vehement claim. At least if your body was so precious, very good, it is fine. You can claim it. If it was permanent, eternal, very good, you could have claimed it. But it is a decaying matter, and we are so much enamored and obsessed with this perishing body that we claim as ours. Therefore, now, what are we to do? We have to give up this claim that we are the body. And what should we replace it with? Then, therefore, our aim is dropping this claim that we are the body, we are the mind, we are the ego. Drop this claim on the body and claim the consciousness as yourself. This may be the biggest and toughest shift on the part of the seeker, but that is very, very important. The shifting of the I from the matter bundle to the consciousness alone. The shifting of I, identification, from the matter bundle. This body is a matter bundle. Do you know? Your mind is also matter. We think mind is something very high. Yes, it is subtle matter, that's all. So mind is also matter. So this matter bundle, which we are now identifying, you have to shift the I from the matter bundle to the consciousness alone. That shifting is called nididhyasana. We will come to the nididhyasana. Before that, to make your mind a little lighter, how we are identifying ourselves with this body and how we suffer. Let me take you through one incident. What is that? A 54-year-old woman had a heart attack and was taken to the hospital. While on the operating table, she had a near-death experience. Now, almost she had died, but still the operation is going on. With this near-death experience, she saw God. And she asked God, God, is my time up? Am I dead? It is just like so many times we hear, don't make God and doctor angry. Why? If you make God angry, he will send you to doctor. If you make doctor angry, he will send you to God. So don't make doctor or God angry. Each of them will send to each of the other. Now, she has gone to God. Doctor is still operating. Now she has gone to God and she asked, God, is my time up? God said, no. You have another 34 years to live. Upon recovery, now she came back. Operation was successful. She came back and now it's guaranteed that she will live another 34 years. At least we don't have any guarantee that we may live the next second or so. But this lady got the guarantee that she will live another 34 years. Upon recovery, now the woman decided to stay in the hospital itself. Why? And she had a facelift surgery, 34 years to live. Why should I live like a old woman? So facelift surgery. Then so many other surgeries are there. Doctor, no, you may be also know liposuction, tummy tuck and everything. She even changed her hair color. Finally, she was released from the hospital. She stayed for many months in the hospital, spent all her savings and money because she wanted to look young and beautiful. So she now, after 3 or 4 months in the hospital, though everything was right, she came out of the hospital. While crossing the road on her way home, she was killed by a truck. A truck ran over her and she got killed. Now again, arriving in front of God, she asked, oh God, what is this? You said I had another 34 years to live. Why didn't you save me from the truck? Now you will love the answer of God. God replied, my dear daughter, I couldn't recognize you. You changed yourself so much, I couldn't recognize you. Then the Hindi saying is, aur karo makeup. So go on making your up like this. So if you identify yourself with the body, so this will be the effect. But instead, now we have to shift our eye from this body to the Atman. That is what we are now seeing. So that is Nididhyasana. In Vedanta, that is the important thing always told by many of the Vedantic teachers, and it is the process. What is that? The first step is Shravana, hearing, which we are doing, studying. Then the second step is Manana, cogitating. reflecting. Then finally is nididhyasana. It is a different type of meditation, but it is Vedantic meditation. It is a little different than dhyana. So let us see what is this. So now the shifting of I from the matter bundle to the consciousness alone. Now we have to silently relax and sit out, doing whatever. You may be working at all the time. You look at the body and go on telling that this has been a temporarily borrowed thing from the external matter. This, I'm not this. I'm something higher than this. Okay, this is an instrument given to me. Therefore, the body belongs to the matter. But I am consciousness, which is in the body, which will survive the dissolution or destruction of this body. So this training is called nididhyasana. Training in shifting the I. Training in shifting the I from matter to consciousness. From changing from anatman, that which is not atman, to changeless atman. From the inert bundle to the consciousness principle. This shifting is called nididhyasana. And out of this nididhyasana, this shift, then what happens? It becomes spontaneous and natural. Just as now, if you go on practicing it all the time, you can do this not sitting in meditation and closing your eyes. Even while walking, while working, while eating, all the time you can practice nididhyasana. So that shifting has to be done. So what will be the result if you do that? So what will be the outcome? And out of this nididhyasana, the shift becomes so spontaneous and natural that now as I am thinking that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the subtle body or the ego, so it will become natural to think that you are the Atman or the consciousness. Similarly, you will spontaneously start identifying yourself with Atman, consciousness, your true nature. So that also will become natural. And Krishna is telling Arjuna, know that. That is what we have to know. Veda means know that. Change, shift this. That is what the Lord is telling. Now we shall go to see what this nididhyasana in Vedanta means. So Vedanta is telling about this. 3 steps. Shravana. What is Shravana? Listening to the teachings of the sages, of the scriptures, reading everything, of the Upanishad or the whatever scriptures. And then after listening, it is manana. Now you are listening all this time that you are the Atman, the nature of the Atman is this. Lord Krishna is telling you, you are not the inert body, you are consciousness principle, everything you are listening, you are studying. So the student learns about the reality of Brahman and the identity of the Atman with the Brahman. Then comes the second step, manana. What is manana? Reflection. I've told you many times, chewing the cud. Just like the cow goes out to graze, it gets whatever it gets, it goes on eating and stores in one portion of the stomach. Then after that it will come back to the shed and it will take it out and then go on chewing and nicely chewing and putting it to the proper stomach for digestion. So that is called chewing the cud. Likewise, whatever you have read, whatever you have heard from the elders, from the Guru, from the scriptures, Shravana, then you have to reflect, cogitate, manana, reflection. The stage of reflection on the teaching. So after that is nididhyasana, the stage of meditation on the truth. That art thou, you are that. Nididhyasana is a rational and cognitive process which differs from dhyana, meditation. So it is very, very necessary for gaining Brahma Gnana. Now, here Panchadashi, one of the Prakarana Grantha, it is told, by a thorough analysis of Atman is Brahman, that which is within me, the conscious principle, the Atman, is also the same principle which is behind the Ishvara or this universe, Brahman. So that analysis of you are even that Brahman behind the Ishvara, you are the Lord, you are the one, the conscious principle behind that, that is the same Atman present in you. So through the analysis, you come to know the Atman is Brahman, the direct knowledge, I am the Brahman is achieved. That through this Nididhyasana, you can attain that. Nididhyasana done independently of Shravana does not lead to realization. So, Shravana Manana has to be done. In the Advaita Vedanta, one of the Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the great sage Yagnavalkya, who was a student whom he was giving this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, his own wife. He had 2 wives. So, one was this, the one who became his disciple. One wife, while he wanted to attain Brahmagnana, Atman, and go deep into the forest for tapasya, he divided all his property among his 2 wives, equally divided it. One wife accepted it, happy, she took that and went away. But the other wife told, no, I don't want this property. Then what do you want? You are giving up all these worldly things and you are going to get something, isn't it? Something higher. I want that share of the property, not this worldly share. I don't want this material property. I'm not satisfied with that. Give me that share of property which you are giving up all these things and going to get that. I want that. Then he goes on teaching that higher things about Atman, Parabrahman. That teaching is called Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, Yagnavalkya, Maitreyi, Samvada, the conversation between Yagnavalkya, the great rishi, and Maitreyi, the wife. See, they are all called Rishetris. Great women, rishis were there, such great women were there in our Upanishad and Vedas. So now she is one of them. Gargi, Maitreyi, all that great Rishetris. Now, here, Yagnavalkya is telling, O Maitreyi, the self, my dear Maitreyi, the self should be realized, should be heard of, should be reflected on and meditated upon by the realization of the self, my dear Maitreyi, through hearing, reflection and meditation, all this is known. So, about the Atman and the knowledge, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and especially of the Nididhyasana, this is the thing which is told. Then Shankaracharya explains about Nididhyasana as meditation with determination. Reflection, manana. Now another very good verse is there. What is that? Shankaracharya states, Shrutehe shatagunam vidyan mananam mananadapi nididhyasam lakshagunam anantam nirvi kalpakam. What is Shankaracharya telling about this Nididhyasana? Now, manana or reflection is 100 times superior to Shravana, listening. Okay, then what next? Then Nididhyasana is 100 times superior to manana. That is 100 times than Shravana. But Nididhyasana is 100 times reflection, manana. Then it leads to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which is infinitely superior. So these are the things about Nididhyasana. Now we have come to know that shifting of the eye constantly. Now you may get a doubt about it. How to do that? How can I meditate or do this Nididhyasana, shifting of the eye, while I am working, while I am thinking? You may be lawyer, you may be doctor, you may be an engineer. So while I am working, walking, doing, cooking, all the work, you can be doing the Nididhyasana. How can that be done? we can take the help of Ramana Maharshi. Very nicely, he gives this example. What is meditation? This was a question haunting a small child, a small boy. His parents were at wit's end and they could not explain it to him. How can the parents teach him? Because they themselves do not know. So they couldn't tell about this meditation. They couldn't comprehend. Once the family went for the darshana of Sri Ramana Maharshi. They went to see Ramana Maharshi. Now the boy put the same question to Ramana Maharshi. This boy put forward his question to Ramana Maharshi. Sri Ramana Maharshi laughed to himself. See, he was a realized soul, as we are thinking now, who has separated himself, the body, from the Atman. He had death experience also. So he was to sit under that one cave or something in that Tiruvannamalai temple, and he used to sit in meditation, thinking or meditating on the Paramatman. So termites started eating his leg. He had nothing on the body, sitting there in meditation. Termites were eating, not aware. I am not the body, I am the Atman, sitting in bliss. So some lady who used to come to the temple looking at this boy, he was a young boy at that time, looking in deep meditation on the Paramatman or the Atman or Parabrahman. She used to come every day, clean the wound and take care of the boy, put the cloth and feed him something. He was not aware of anything. Everything she did for many, many years like that. So Ramana Maharshi used to meditate in that way, deep samadhi. Now, Ramana Maharshi is asked by this question by this boy, what is meditation? How to do meditation? Sri Ramana Maharshi has to now explain to this small child in a very simple way. Otherwise, the child cannot understand. So in the terms of the child itself, with whatever the child likes, you have to tell. Now Ramana Maharshi is a realized soul. He has realized the greatness of the Atman and Parabrahman. He has identified with the Parabrahman. Now he laughed to himself. Then with smiling face, he asked his devotee, the seniors, the parents, they were the devotee of Ramana Maharshi, to serve the boy what he likes. Okay. Serve the boy dosa from the kitchen. In South India, dosa will be prepared for breakfast. So bring the dosa and serve this boy. That boy is asking how to do meditation. Ramana Maharshi is telling, serve him dosa. How is it connected? See, there is the speciality. That is the speciality of the great souls. See how nicely the teaching is given to this boy. Serve him dosa. Told Ramana Maharshi, serve the boy dosa from the kitchen. So in a plain leaf, the plantain leaf, dosa was served. Sri Ramana Maharshi looked at this boy and said, now I will give you the signal. How? When I tell then only you should start eating. Then again, after some time, I will give another signal. After that, no piece of dosa should be left on your plate. After that, you can't eat dosa. You have to stop eating. You like dosa. Now when I give the sound, you should start eating, not before that. Then again, after some time, I'll give the sound, then you have to stop. After that, no eating. So, okay, he was ready, his competitive spirit, eating. Children will be very happy. So the boy agreed. He was so excited. Now others were watching expectantly. Now the boy was eagerly waiting for the signal, looking at Ramana Maharshi's face. When will Ramana Maharshi tell? Was waiting to eat the dosa. Now, when Ramana Maharshi gave the signal, the boy started eating. Now his attention was on Ramana Maharshi. He wanted to finish dosa before the signal, because after that he can't eat the dosa. It will be wasted. So he wanted to eat, started pushing the dosa into the mouth, swallowing it and looking at the face before he tells, I have to now finish it off. So he's looking at the face, eating. The boy was eating the dosa in a hurry, tearing big chunks of dosa, keeping his attention on Sri Ramana Maharshi's face. The dosa was reducing in size gradually. There was only a small piece left. The boy was looking anxiously at Sri Ramana Maharshi for the second signal, and I was about to eat that. The moment he gave the signal immediately, now Ramana Maharshi was about to tell, he took quickly and put it into the mouth. The boy put the dosa in his mouth. Even while Ramana Maharshi was telling, he didn't want to waste it, he put it. Now, after everything, all are watching and they are very happy. He forgot about meditation. Now Ramana Maharshi asked him, my dear boy, where was your attention till now? Whether it was on me, Ramana Maharshi, or dosa, where was your attention? The boy replied, who? On both. I was also concentrating on dosa. I was watching on your face too. When you will give the signal, watching both. The boy replied, on both. Sri Ramana said, yes. You were actively involved in finishing the dosa with your attention on me. You were not distracted at all. Nothing else came to your thought. Only dosa, eating of the dosa, and my signal. You are watching me, my face. You are not distracted at all. Like this, when you do your daily activities with your attention or thought on God or Atman in the background, it is known as meditation. Wonderful teaching, isn't it? Even a small child could understand. See, nididhyasana. How to shift the eye from the worldly this thing, that you are the Atman. Every second you can do that with all your activity. And such a simple way, Ramana Maharshi has given that. That is the speciality of the realized soul. They can give wonderful such things that by which it will go directly to our heart. So, I will go through those words of Ramana Maharshi again, because that will be very helpful for you with all your activities, wherever you are. Your identification with the body, mind and other desires going here and there can be bought and focused. With all your activities, you can focus on God. How is that? The boy replied when Ramana Maharshi asked him, where was your attention until now? On me or dosa? The boy replied, on both. Now Ramana Maharshi said, yes, you were actively involved in finishing the dosa with your attention on me. You are not distracted at all. Like this, when you do your daily activities, whatever it might be, you know what is your daily activity. So, you do your daily activities, but with your attention or thought on God or on Atman in the background is known as meditation. See, meditation, as Master used to tell, with eyes open, nididhyasana, shifting of the eye from this body-mind complex with the desires, mind running here and there, then slowly dragging that and shifting it to from the ego to the Atman, your true nature. So beautiful. From God, Ishtadevata, then within Atman. Because they are not separate. This is known as meditation. Now, Ramana Maharshi still goes forward. It is very interesting. The two signals which Ramana Maharshi gave, that is something very special. He is connecting it in a different way. See, watch it. It's so beautiful. Ramana Maharshi is telling that boy, the two signals are birth and death. Within these two events, birth and death, one can engage in meditation, nididhyasana, as demonstration by Sri Ramana Maharshi. But to understand this, we all need divine grace to mellow and mature. So, divine grace is there for you, otherwise you could have not come. Master is specially blessing you and giving you all this knowledge. Now, only thing you have to do is shift the eye from the decaying, temporary, painful body-mind complex to the Atman, that is your true nature, that is Nididhyasana, that is meditation. See, a different facet of meditation, a different aspect of meditation. It's so beautiful, it's so joyful. So like that we will study, connect it to our life with beautiful more examples. Let me go forward. There is also another beautiful example. Because of shortage of time, I will try to give that example, like this special example, in my next class. Now we shall go little forward. What is that? So this is the aim of the spiritual seeker. That is to know your true nature. Veda avinashinam nityam. That you are the Atman, you are the conscious principle. What type of Atman are you? What is your nature of the Atman? You should know that. Avinashinam, destructionless, nityam, ajam, avyayam. So, all that we have studied earlier, indestructible, that which cannot be destroyed at all, that is your true nature. So, it has to be nityam, eternal, and ajam, unborn, avyayam, there is no vyaya, no decay. So, all that we have studied all through these classes, so many days, we are reflecting on that. So, such an Atman, one should know. We should know that I am such an Atman, that I should know. That is what Krishna is telling Veda. You should know that is the aim of spiritual seeker. That is spiritual life. That is the aim of spiritual seeker. Now here, in this verse, it involves two stages. What is that two stage? First stage is to separate the body or the anatman, that which is unreal, from the Atman, the conscious principle. Because we have very deeply identified with that, so we have to separate it. So now, going forward, we have been claiming, and we are even now claiming, that this body alone I am. It is very vehement claim. At least, if it is so precious, it is fine. Thus it is decaying. It is changing. And we are so enamored and obsessed with this perishing body that we claim as ours. Therefore, what is our aim? Dropping this claim. Drop this claim on the body, mind, complex, and claim the conscious as yourself, which I have to do it in the Nididhyasana. Now, coming to the last part of the teaching of Sri Krishna, in this verse, what is that? He is telling about the killing and causing to kill. So if you take this, because he is telling this in the battlefield, killing means you are having the agency, doing the doership, karta it is called. So Atman, that is yourself, are akarta. Then another thing is enjoyership, bhokta. So you are neither the doer nor the enjoyer. But once I assimilate this knowledge, I no more say Atman is the doer. What will I say? I am the akarta. I am not the doer. So now, whatever features, whatever qualities of Atman you learnt now, you are thinking that Atman was separate and I was separate and I am learning about the Atman. Now, how to shift that thing now? So previously, Atman is Nitya, eternal. Now, in this Nididhyasana, you have to tell, I am Nitya, eternal, not Atman. Because if you tell Atman is eternal, then you are separating Atman from you and telling that is Nitya. Now you have to shift that I. I am Nitya, eternal. I am destructionless. So that feeling, that thinking, identifying with that nature of Atman, see that shifting of I. I am not decaying. I am not going to get destroyed. I am eternal. I am unborn. So that shifting of that I, you can see it here. Now, earlier you told in all the shlokas that Atman was immortal. Now you have to claim, I am immortal. I am the reality. I am all pervading. I am ever the subject. I am free from the six modification. And finally, I am not the doer. It is the Prakriti which is the doer. I am not the doer, akarta, abhokta. I am not the enjoyer. When I do something, then I get karma phala. Then I have to enjoy that. I am neither the doer, so there is no karma, bad or good. Then if I don't have any karma, I am not the enjoyer, so there is no question of getting the pain and all other things, because then you are nirlipta, only ananda, bliss, and bliss will be your nature. So, hey Partha, hey Arjuna, Sahapurushaha, how can that person be a doer if he knows that he is the Atman? How can he be a killer or the doer? Katam kaha. How can the person be a doer of any action? Or how can that person kill anybody? Then the person who has claimed himself as Atman or consciousness, therefore is akarta, not the doer. Not only he is akarta, he doesn't do anything. The actions are of two types. What are they? If there are actions of two types, what is that? One is called direct action and the other is indirect action. Direct action is when I myself do the work. Indirect action is when I instigate another one to do. So these are the two types of action. Now, both of them will have the result, karma phala. So when a person steals something, that is also a crime. When a person engages someone to steal on his behalf, then too he is committing a crime. So likewise, that is karta and karayita. So now the person who has committed the mistake, if he has made someone else to do. So now when we say Atman or yourself is akarta, not the doer, Krishna says that neither it acts by itself nor does it instigate anyone to act. And to indicate this, we have two Sanskrit words, direct doya, that is karta, and indirect doya, karayita. So Krishna is asking the question, how does he kill and how does he cause to kill? These are the two. So if you identify with the Atman, then you cannot kill anybody, nor can you make somebody else to kill anybody. That is the idea. So now we have almost completely studied or got the meaning of this beautiful verse. Now, because that has been told about killing and other things, because this is Mahabharata war and Arjuna is a Kshatriya. Now, in our future classes, we will take up the how to make it relevant to our life, how can we make it useful to our life in this society. So we will take the help of most revered Swami Ranganathanandaji Maharaj teaching. Beautiful things will be brought in, because now, and I also told you about how to do the Nididhyasana. There is another technique which was given by one great Swamiji to another junior Swamiji. I got it from that Swamiji. So I will discuss about, just like Ramana Maharshi told how to do this Nididhyasana or how to do the meditation even while working. So even while we are carrying out all the activities, how can we meditate? Keep in the background of your mind that we are the Atman or we are one with God. So we will go on getting so many beautiful examples, so it will make it more practical in our life, day-to-day life. Every second, every work we do, you can identify yourself with the Atman or with the God, keeping God there as the witness, you can do every activity, then no karma or no karma phala will touch you. Will be nirlipta. Because even though you are performing something, even by mistake, you may cause an accident or you may kill somebody by your wrong decision or something, even then the karma phala, the wrong thing will not touch you. When you keep God or the Atman as the witness, identifying that if you do, then no karma, no sin can touch you. Then you will become a Jivan Mukta. You will be liberated even while living. That is the speciality. We will enjoy all this teaching with all the examples in our future classes. Now we will stop here, that meditation, but you will further continue to meditate and think of all these things. Never stop that meditation. You have to practice now. Now, Atman is Karta. No, change, shift. I am Akarta. Atman is eternal. No, I am eternal. I am indestructible. I am infinite. I am bliss. I am existence. So that should be, that is what the Shankaracharya's, the famous, that Nirvana Shatakam, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham. I am that auspicious. I am that Nitya Buddha, Mukta, all that thing. You should be identifying it, enjoying it. It will be so much of bliss, you see. Should not identify with these thoughts, with these old memories, old painful body. Identify with that infinity and feel the joy. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bhangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.